Cheap Not Broke fam, thank you for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Each and every subscription helps. Hit that button.
We're back. It's Monday. What the hell? Holy. All right, we're back. It's Monday. Cheap Not Broke Live. Thank y'all for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Damn static. We're back rolling. Thank you all for tuning back in. You see it. Head over to cheapnotbroke.com. Support the channel. Please, please, please. We need you. Got to keep the lights around this month. You know what I'm saying. Tonight's topic. Tesla can shut you down anytime. Damn it. Tesla can shut you down anytime. Now, look, I am not happy about this. Now, I don't know if you heard the story about the rapper Big Huey. They shut him down. They shut him down. They shut the man down. He can't do what he needs to do. And he was making a song about Tesla. They shut him down. And we're going to get into all that tonight. They shut the car off. Oh, my God. It's wild. It's wild. But the real question is about ownership. Can you own anything? Do you own anything? Can you own anything? Can you say, okay, I outright pay for this. I don't have to owe any more money. No. No, it's very difficult. All your big ticket items, you must pay for forever. Forever. We're going to break it all down tonight. So, if you don't know what's going on, what's this all about? There's a rapper. His name is out of Detroit. His name is Big Huey. Big Huey. And he just dropped a track. He made a song called Cyberflop. Cyberflop. Now, I'm not going to play it on here because I don't know. That might mess up the whole... We don't know. We don't know what it's going to do. We don't want to mess with it. So, I'm not going to mess with the whole... I'm not going to play the song on here. You're going to have to go listen to yourself. Monetization, copyright infringement, all that. I don't know how all that works, so I'm not going to play it. However, he has a new song out called Cyberflop that critiques Cybertrucks, pointing out its design and reliability flaws. Yes, he was talking trash about the Cybertruck. Now, personally, me, I don't think it's a very nice looking vehicle at all. It doesn't look good at all to me. I personally wouldn't spend that money on it. But some people like to have the newest, the best, the greatest, the newest toy. Look at this thing. This thing is terrible. And then he drew it on a napkin. It was some ugly, it was like some kid's truck. But now he turned into real life. The guy making a lot of money. Can't be mad at him. Can't be mad at him. But for me, look aesthetically, nah, not for me. The technology, A1. A1. You can't knock Tesla's technology in that vehicle. That technology in that car, super nice. Very, very, very nice. I like the big heads-up display. It shows you all the cars. If you've ever driven a Tesla, it's a good experience. It's a great experience. You should definitely drive one. If you haven't driven Tesla, definitely should drive one. I would encourage you to do so. You'll like it. You'll like it. Anyway, great technology. Design, not so much. It's not an F-150. It's not a Chevrolet 1500, 2500, 3500 diesel. Big cab. No, it's not that. It's just some everyday drive around car. I mean, I saw somebody trying to pull a boat with it. It didn't work out very well. It's not one of those kind of trucks. This is just a drive down stylish truck. Kind of like that Jeep. Is it a Jeep Commander? Something like that. The flatbed Jeep. Jeep has a new flatbed truck. I think it's called a Commander or something like that. Comrade, one of those. Anyway, they have one of those vehicles. And like I said, I'm not fond of it. So, but you might like the type of Tesla truck. Great. It is a Cybertruck. It is electric. So I can imagine if you hook up anything to it, as soon as you pull it, it's going to go down 15%. All right, no, because the car did it. The car did it. As soon as you turn the AC on, the battery drop a little bit. Anything you turn on, any other power source, or anything else you use besides just driving the car, power drops immediately. So I'm not a fan of that. When the car's cold, It doesn't charge 100%. All these different things. I don't own a car. I'm just telling you about my experience when I rented one. I rented one for a weekend. Didn't enjoy it. Not to mention sitting my ass at the charging station. I don't have time for this. I gotta go. I have things to do. But it is what it is. Anyway, so what happened was the claim sparked a debate about the broader implications of EV makers having control. So what happened was Tesla sent him a cease and desist letter about the song, and he has a picture of himself with the car being disabled. The car was disabled in the middle of traffic. That's what happened. The car got disabled in the middle of traffic. Let's pull up let's see. Yep, let's see. Let's get a picture of that. Let's get a picture of that cease and desist. Right. Oh, man, let's get the big picture. I want the big picture of it. Here we go. All right. Bam. There we go. There we go. Got it right there. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Good people. There we go. Nope, that is not it. Big Huey. Here we go. Watch. Can we get some sound?
Traffic, bro. Would you look at this shit, bro? Look. I can't. Look, everything is locked. Cybertruck deactivated. Look at this shit, bro. Cars all on the side of me, bro. What the fuck? Bro, I gotta call a Tesla, bro.
So he's the rapper, Detroit's rapper. Big Huey says Tesla shut his Cybertruck down mid-highway and served him a cease and desist letter over using it in his music video. Wow. Yep, that's what they're doing now. They're shutting you down. They shut your whole car down, and in the middle of traffic to tell you take it out the video. Now this is rather uncalled for, rather petty. We could have called the man on the telephone, but it serves another question. These people can shut you down in the middle of traffic. Also, I've also read they can also deny access to the car for lack of payment. So if you don't pay on the car, they can do the same things. They can also they can stop the car from running for not paying on the car. So, although Tesla has the technical ability to remotely intervene in its vehicles functionally for theft, prevention, and non-payment cases, there's also no official confirmation that these deactivations actually occurred in the specific instance. Now, I don't know. This is a video. This is all allegedly. This is all going to the internet now. You know, I mean, it could be AI. It looks real to me, but I don't know. We're going to talk about it anyway. This is more so about ownership. What's clear? He did release a song. So what did happen for sure? He did release a song on Critical Cybertruck. A Threads post claims the activation happened while he was driving. Raises wider dialogue connected to tech industry. No statement from Tesla verifying the instant that Tesla remotely shut off his vehicle. Legal and regulatory follow-up has not yet surfaced publicly. Oh yeah, this man better go get a lawyer. He better go get a lawyer for this, because this sounds illegal. Now, like I said, they can turn your car off for not paying, for not having that moolah, that manyan. Gotta have that manyan. You don't have that manyan, they're gonna turn you off. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. Hello, son. Hello, mom. Thank you for watching. You haven't driven a Tesla yet. We gotta get you in the Tesla and let you drive it, see what it's like. Get your thoughts and opinions on it. But yeah. So this guy makes a diss track about you can dislike the truck. He's paying for the truck. But here's the thing. Here's the bigger question. Do you own the actual physical vehicle? Yes. But you don't own what controls the vehicle, the software. The software, you will never own that. You're kind of basically leasing the software. Not even leasing it. You don't own it. You don't own. You're renting the software. You're renting the software. Now, I don't know what this guy's. I was trying to put a picture of him up on the thumbnail. He doesn't even have a picture of himself up. I mean, he doesn't even have a lot of pictures for me to find him. He didn't have a bunch of pictures for him to find him. Let me see. Let's see. Journalistic analyze flag formatting and factual errors to the post cease and desist. Wrong title, wrong drop. Now people are saying this isn't true. They didn't really send a cease and desist letter. I don't know. But I do know this. Even if it is true, these people do have the power to do so, and which raises a bigger question in America. What do you truly own? Do you truly own anything? What do you own? What do you own? These people can shut the car down for not paying on the car. Anything. Here's what can happen to you. Let's say they got control of the car, and you have an issue with the law or the police are looking for you. Don't they know they can have that car shut down before it goes out of state? They can track you. They know where you're at. You have no privacy to this thing. And then how are you going to get the car worked on? Because mechanics are on their last legs. Mechanics are on their last legs. We will not have mechanics, in my opinion, year 2075. We won't have people working on those kind of cars. Not like that. Not like they used to. The auto body shops, no. It'll all be a software thing. Somebody's going to send an update to your car. And then if you don't pay on the car, or let's say the car gets old, do they continue to send updates? Are they going to force you to buy a new car? Because just like a cell phone, if you want to keep using the cell phone, you have to go buy a new one. You have to go get the software update, or the phone's not going to work. I had a phone. I had a Galaxy. What was it? I don't know. I had one of the Galaxies for a long time. Tip, top, condition, peak shape, rare form. I had this thing in good shape, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I had this thing in good shape. No drops, no cracks, none of those things, none of the above, right? I keep this phone in great shape. Don't you know I had to end up going to buy a new phone? Why? They wouldn't send me any updates anymore. They stopped sending me updates. They stopped sending me everything I needed to keep the phone functional. Now, could I take calls and get text messages? Yes, but that was it. You couldn't use Instagram. You couldn't use Facebook. You can't do any of that stuff. They're hustling you. The phone is in great shape physically. However, they didn't send me no software updates. I couldn't use the phone no more. Don't you think that's going to happen with these trucks? They haven't had them. The phone haven't been around. The truck, the electric vehicle in this capacity has not been around long enough for us to know. Because you should be able to keep one of these vehicles, 20 years, right? Because if you're not having any mechanical issues, if everything else is going, and if you only need to get updates for the phone, well, then it should be going good. Or just replace the battery. Because in this situation, I think you only need to replace the battery, right? But if that's not the case, well, then what do you do? What do you do? Drop a comment. Let me know. What do you think about this? Curious to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know. Between the apps, battery-powered cars, and monthly software for computers and phones, ownership is limited. Ownership is limited. Ownership is very limited. Ownership is also limited because I know. Let me look this up really quick. Hold on. Hold on. Let me let me look up this. Give me info on John Deere not letting farmers equipment. Hold on 1 second. So I'm trying to figure out, I want to know about John Deere. So John Deere doesn't let farmers repair their own equipment. They had to go to it was a whole case lawsuit about this. Here we go. Yeah, this is a side note. Same thing happened with John Deere ownership. This happened years ago. Tesla's doing this now. John Deere restricts access to the software and diagnostic tools needed for repairs. There you go. The limited access to the software. Typically, users must go through authorized dealerships, which can be costly and cause delays, especially during critical planning and harvest times. These restrictions have pushed farmers to extremes, even turning to hackers to install cracked fireware just to regain control over their equipment. Yes, I'll read you all the other stuff in a minute. We're talking Tesla right now. But yeah, they're controlling everything with the software. If you don't pay for the software, then you can't keep using these things. You can't keep doing any of this stuff. They shut you down. They put you out of commission. Let's see. If a company did remotely disable a vehicle in retaliation for criticism, it would raise serious legal issues: unlawful seizure, interference, safety of road users, consumer rights of free speech concerns, That's why reporters and commenters have emphasized the broader policy debate about connected devices and corporate power. But there is no verified legal action or credible evidence yet that Tesla did this here, rather the reverse, reporting or fakery. So they're not 100% sure this is actually was real. This guy is trying to promote a song, so I mean, I don't know. He might be trying to get people listen to his song. Who knows? Now they're saying the letter was titled wrong and all this other stuff. That may be the case. But the bigger picture is they can do it. If they really wanted to do it, they could. They could do this. They could shut your car off. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Oh gosh. Nothing you can do about that. This is the bigger question. What do you own? Like even your laptop. Even if you have a laptop and you're not getting updates, what do? Hold on. What do? You got to buy a new laptop. All this is to keep making money. All this technology, all this control is to keep you having to spend your money. And just because somebody don't want to send you an update doesn't mean you should have to go out and buy new software. I mean, not new software, new equipment. But this also raises a question about the environment. You're going to have a lot of perfectly good stuff going to trash, going to waste. Why? Because they're not sending the software. People are going to get rid of things just because. They're just going to get rid of, think about how people keep cars 20, 30 years now. Like the Hondas, the Honda Accords, the Toyota Camrys, the Corollas, the Civics. People keep those cars 20, 30 years. With these Tesla cars, I'm pretty damn sure they're not going to allow that to happen. They're not. They're going to stop sending the updates, and you're going to be screwed. At some point, they're going to have to take this to court. This is going to have to go to court. I hope this guy goes to court if it's real. If it's real, because they're starting to say this isn't real. I hope this is real. I hope he wouldn't just do this to sell no songs. Because I checked his Instagram out. The guy only has 8 pictures, and there's barely any pictures of him out. I was looking him up, trying to Google and find a picture of him. Barely any pictures of him out. So, and your first hit song is a diss record to Tesla. Good job, buddy. Let's see. Can Tesla remotely disable a vehicle? Short answer: yes. Technically, it's possible for modern connected vehicles, including Teslas, to receive over-the-air updates from companies to push certain remote commands. Immobilization and theft, users limit for non-payment. Several articles discussing this episode point out that Tesla has remote control capabilities in extraordinary circumstances, but use such capabilities is typical constrained by policy that will be extraordinary as a response to a song. So yeah, there it is. They have the ability to do this. They have the ability to shut you down, turn you off in the middle of your tracks. This has some concern. And how long is this going to take? This got to go through the House, got to go through the Senate. It's going to take forever. Y'all need to call Elon Musk down to the center of attention, to the floor. Y'all need to call him down, just like you did Mark Zuckerberg, all these other people. You guys need to call him down to the floor and ask him about these things. Because for one, we do need to know: are these people not going to send you updates when they want you to buy a new car? Are they going to let you keep the car 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, whatever the case? Are they going to control the amount of time that you can keep the car before they stop sending updates and you're going to be in a bad spot? You got something to consider. And like I said, I'm not a fan of these cars because, number one, it takes a long time for these things to charge up. It takes a long time to charge up. It takes a long time. It takes a minute for these things to charge up. So, oh, hey. We got a super stat. She got a super sticker. Baby lemon with popcorn palms, hands, cheering. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Phyllis Hall, for the super chat. Hey, super chat. Hey, like the past do, everybody send a super chat right now. Send a super chat. If you enjoy Cheap Not Broke, if you believe in Cheap Not Broke, if Cheap Not Broke has helped you any way in your life at all, send a super chat, please, and thank you. Thank you. You can always help send a super chat. You can always send a super chat. I appreciate everybody watching, tuning in to the show. That's great. However, nothing says you love me like a few dollars. So please hit that super chat button. Very much appreciate it. Thank you, Phyllis Hall, for the super chat. We always appreciate your super chats. Everybody, hey, even a dollar is great. We'll take it all. We don't take cheap, not broke. We don't turn down no monies. There is no minimum for the super chat. All right. Let's see. What other companies does Ferrari have similar rules to control over their cars? I think Ferrari does something similar to this too. They don't let you post pictures. They have a lot of regulations around it. Okay, yeah. Strict contract. When you buy a Ferrari, especially limited editions, you agree to terms restricting resale, modifications, and public representation of the brand. Certain editions must even remain at Ferrari's facilities and are only driven with company supervision. Ferrari may enforce buybacks or penalize owners who breach these terms. Yeah, you can't even sell the car. Ferrari strongly discourages unauthorized modifications, no drastic bodywork, bold paint colors like pink or salmon, or hiding their badge. Doing so may void your warranty or get you blacklisted, meaning you may no longer be eligible to buy future Ferraris. Right? They'll blacklist you. You can't even buy no more cars. You can't paint it. It sound like an HOA to me. Sounds like a good old HOA to me. You own the car. That's why this one guy, I think that's why Jay Leno says he prefers Porsches over Ferraris, because all the control, all the restrictions that Ferrari has when you with the car. You can't. There's a lot of things that you can't do it. Let's see. Authorized servicing required. Maintenance and repairs must be performed by Ferrari certified dealers using official parts. Independent repair parts risk voiding warranties. Independent servicing. While some independent shops claim to provide Ferrari level repairs, they operate without Ferrari's official authorization and may face limitation in accessing tools for maintaining warranties. Yep, these companies, hey, look, all this control. And listen, this is not even a software issue. This is like, you can't, you sign when you buy a car, it's an agreement, a contract, or what you can and can't do with the car. Enforcement of real-world applications. Legal threats, not remote disabling. Ferrari's enforcement typically involves legal warnings, buyback clauses, or refusal to resell, not remotely disabling the vehicle. For instance, Quebec's musician Tim was sued over a Ferrari rap that closely echoed the brand's trademark. Yeah, man. Yeah, these people don't play around. They will send them dog lawyers after you for playing around with this stuff. But it's so crazy. You don't own, and you're making payments on the car. You pay on the car. You make all these payments, but you got to do what they want you. Then what's the? I mean, I get it. Prestige. You want to seem like you're in this particular club, but Tesla, Ferrari, John Deere, they control what you can and can't do with these vehicles, and you got to know this. You got to read the fine print when you buy these cars. Ferrari will have a force of buyback, which means I think that means they will make you sell them the car back. If I'm not mistaken, not a good situation you want to be in. But hey, it's a certain amount of prestige. You know, it's a certain amount. It says something for you to be pulling up in a Ferrari. So, you know, I don't think Lamborghini does all this stuff. It's just Ferrari. Ferrari has all these strict laws and regulations and all this other garbage in place to keep you from doing what you want to do. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Drop a comment. Hit that like button, please. It helps push the video out to the algorithm, and more people will watch it. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. And drop your comments. What do you think about this Tesla? Does anybody own a Tesla? And how do you feel about this? Have you experienced Tesla saying anything to you about what you can and can't do with the car? Do you feel comfortable knowing that the car that you own, the actual dealership, can shut the car off for not making the payment, or just, in this case, making a song that's negative about the car? How do you feel about this? drop a comment. Let me know. I am curious to hear what you think. Cheap Not Broke, we want to know your thoughts. Cheap Not Broke fam, we want to know your thoughts. We want to know your thoughts. And why is he bringing up? Why we bring this up on Cheap Not Broke? Because ownership is important. You want to own something, right? Well, when you think when you own something, you own outright. Wrong. Think about it like this. You own a house, you always have to pay property taxes or they can take the house. You own a car, you want to drive the car, you got to pay the registration or you cannot drive the car. House property taxes, own car, registration. What else? There's as many things out there. If you don't continue to make payments on it, you can't keep it. It's, the big ticket items you have to keep paying. Your bank account sometimes, depending on unless you're with a credit union. Unless you're with a credit union, you got to pay monthly service fees or they'll take your bank account. Do I think this will impact Tesla's sales negatively? I don't think so, because I don't think it's going to get enough of the national news. And I don't think it's going to impact their sales. I think their sales will be impacted by other vehicle manufacturers that are doing better than Tesla. I think Elon being an asshole has impacted Tesla's sales. But I don't think this one particular event will do it. I don't think it's going to get enough national attention for everyone to make a big stink about it. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, but what I do know is I'm going to go to break real quick. We're going to go to break, do some advertising, pay some bills, and we'll be right back. We are back, and we are talking Tesla ownership. You don't own shit. They own everything. They'll shut your car down in the middle of the street. You 1 month later, man, the car going to admit I'm driving itself back to the dealership. Car is going to drive back. I wonder how long do Teslas last. Let's see. How long do Teslas last compared to other cars? How long do Teslas last? Tesla's batteries are designed to last 300 to 500,000 miles, 15 to 20 years for most drivers before significant degradation. Most owners report 10 to 15% range loss after 150,000 miles. Replacing a battery costs 10 to 20,000, the same amount of new car. Through Tesla, experts prices to drop over time. Drive, main, train, and motor life. Electric motors in Teslas have fewer moving parts than gas engines, so they can last 1 million miles or more in theory. No oil changes, no spark plugs, no timing belts, which reduces maintenance compared to gas cars. Suspension, steerings, and door handles are known problem areas after 100,000 miles. Let's see. Honda hybrids often reach 250,000 miles plus proper care. Tesla's driven last longer, but the battery replacement cost can offset the savings unless you keep it for 10 plus years. So 10 to 15 years, 300,000 miles on the battery. But when the battery goes, you got to go spend $20,000. That's a lot of money. That's quite a bit of money. That's wrong. They're controlling everything in the cars. That is wrong. It is wrong, but they're just trying to make as much money as they can, and they're always changing things to work in their favor. Not yours, not mine. Their favor. Everything is always working in their favor, so they, the powers that be, will get all the money. We will be stuck out on the outside trying to figure out what the hell happened and why. That's what happens with us. So, $20,000 to get the battery replaced. Ugh, you could put that towards a brand new car. whole new car at $20,000 to getting the battery replaced. That's quite a bit of money. I don't think that's quite a bit of money. That's not a small amount. Definitely not a small amount. Not at all. Do we have any EV owners? Do we have any Tesla owners that can give us some insight on these things? Watching right now, please drop a comment. Or if you're watching later, please drop a comment. Love to hear from you. Love to know what you think, how you feel about Tesla doing this, shutting a person's car down, taking control of your vehicle, and about having to replace the battery for $10,000 to $20,000. We'd love to hear about that. Love to hear from you. Please let us know. All right, everybody. With all that being said, we're going to get on to some interesting news. Right, it's time for interesting news. Let's go. So I know everybody's familiar with this. It's super unfair. But, Uber or Lyft, when there's a lot of people around surge, they charge astronomical prices. Unfair. This apparently happened in San Francisco. Uber and Lyft and Waymo prices surge to new heights after Outside Lands. Outside Lands is a music festival. And this happened, I think, last weekend or something like that, fairly recently. And the prices were outrageous for these people to get out of there. There are certain things you can expect living in San Francisco. The grass, Dolores Park will always be just a little too damp for your blanket. The temperature will always drop 10 degrees that one day you don't wear a sweater. And of course, ride-hailing prices go through the roof during major events such as Outside Lands. Let's see. The moment tens of thousands of people emerge on Golden State Park into the Sunset Beach Magicians, headliners, Absolute Times, blah, 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 blah. Although the festival encourages biking with valets, offers festival goers a $10 off Lyft voucher, code OSL10, for either bikers or riders, and other city provides, for bikers, either bikes or rides. And the other city provides 10 extra muni buses all weekend, minutes to report for ride hailing. Let's see. This year, 10:15 at the park was clearing out. Waymo had the best prices by far, with caveat of wait times up to 36 minutes. A 2-mile ride to Dolores Park cost $54.37 for Waymo. 2 miles, $54, $25 a mile. $69.92 for Uber. $69.92 for Uber. And a whopping $95.78 for Lyft. Heading to Union Square was roughly the same price, around $55.10 for Waymo, $72.96 for Uber, $90.91 for Lyft. Bernal Heights trip tracked from triple digits, with $113 for Lyft compared to a modest $85 for Uber and $58 for Waymo. I never tried Waymo, but Waymo sounds like the move. Travel Cartridge Bridge to West Oakland. Get ready to spend the equivalent of an airline ticket. A $147 for an Uber ride and $176 for a Lyft ride. Outrageous. Outrageous. Now, this is just for the their music festival, and they're not going that far. Some of these people just going across the bridge to Oakland, which is not far. But who knows, with that time of night, they probably weren't running the ferry. $147. This makes no sense. And they do this because they know people need it. People have to get home. So they're just charging this much for free, for no reason. I think this has to be regulated. It really does. It really does. Everybody's trying to jump on the bandwagon, just charge you more just because they can. It's a dirty game. Disgusting. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And, and sometimes, me personally, now here's a hack for you. You got to walk away from everybody. When it's Uber and Lyft, you got to walk down the street to where nobody's at. Then the price will come down. You got to get out of the herd. Get out of the herd. Walk down the street. Walk where you can get by yourself. And then to watch the price come on down. Come on down. It's like shedding pound. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. That's what you got to do. So, Not ideal, but it's what's got to happen sometimes. Excuse me. All right, next story. Starbucks. Oh, shit. Oh, man. You got to pay for this article. Oh, man. Well, South Korea is stopping bringing desktops, computer printers, screen monitors into into Starbucks in South Korea. So apparently, you have some South Korean patrons who are bringing a whole desk setup to work in Starbucks. Got a printer, got the damn hard drive, got the big hard drive with the 3 discs on it. Oh man, they're trying to really hustle and get it in. No, Starbucks said no. Hell no. You're taking up space for other customers. You're obstructing people's view. We're not having it. So they shut that down, and they're putting a stop to it. But man, could you imagine lugging somebody at Starbucks? You just trying to sit there and enjoy yourself, have a cup of coffee. Somebody's printing something out. You know, the old school printer with that you got to tear off. That printer, the old school, or just somebody printing in general. Inkjet, it just makes noise. It's not quiet. That's not what you want to hear. You need to come out to dinner and look next to you and see somebody printing out papers. That's not what you came here for. Nobody wants to deal with that. So, interesting. All right, what else we got for you? Let's see. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Very much appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Let me find my last article. Where the hell is it? There we go. Every day is some Trump news on. I get tired of Trump. Nope. Let's see. Oh, great. Nope. Oh, yes. AOL is finally shutting down its dial-up service, a relic to early internet. AOL internet service is one of the World Wide Web's earliest days, known for its nostalgic beeps and chirps, is coming to an end. The company, owned by Mark Rowan-led asset management giant Apollo Global, will discontinue the seldom used service September 30th. AOL routinely evaluates its products and services and has decided to discontinue dial-up internet. The service will no longer be available in AOL plans, the web provider said Friday. You've got mail. There was around 163,000 U.S. households that still use dial-up as their only way to connect through the internet in 2023, accounting for just 1% of the nation's household subscriptions, according to data from U.S. Census Bureau. Now, I don't know how you're going to watch Netflix or anything with dial-up. Many Americans started with AOL as they learned to use the internet. The dial-up service connected controversial continental telephone line, which meant to picking up the landline. The landline phone would cut off the web and whatever. Yep. So AOL is coming to an end. No more. I thought dial-up been left, but I don't know if you're using dial-up. Man, how much are you paying for that a month? They ain't got no Wi-Fi. You still need that Wi-Fi. So, shout out to AOL. I remember the AOL disc. You remember the AOL disc? They used to have discs for like 600 minutes, 500 minutes, 400 minutes. And that's how much internet you'll get. Yes, I definitely miss dial-up. Dial-up when I was a little kid. I probably like dial-up. I was like 6, 7, something like that. Something around that. I was real young when we had dial-up. But, it is what it is. It's the end of an era. It's the end of an era. But I tell you what's not an end of an era. I can tell you what's not an end of an era. That is Tesla can shut you down anytime. That's not an end of an era. That's the start of a new beginning. And we don't like it. So definitely do your homework. Read about it. I'm going to do my reading as well. Try to figure out a little more on this Cybertruck situation. Can they actually do this? Shut you down whenever? And if they do, who's at fault? What if that man would have got hit in the back? What if he got hit in the back then? What then? What then? I have a laptop from undergrad that still works but requires an update to continue to use Wi-Fi. It still uses dial-up. Oh, wow. Dang. Dial up. Man, what a time. Gotta wait for that thing. All those noises on AOL. You've got mail. Everybody remembers that. Now everybody remembers that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got. We got a show tonight. Tesla, we're talking Tesla. Do you own anything? No. If you don't pay, you don't own. Ownership is about payment, forever payment. They want you to keep paying and paying and paying and paying and paying. That's why you can't own any software anymore. You got to keep paying and paying and paying and paying and paying and paying and paying. It's sad. AOL, that sound is so recognizable. I hope they keep it and use it for something else. I do too. It's a very distinct sound. I like the sound. Yeah, it's a very distinct sound. Let me see if I can find it. See if we can find the AOL sound real quick, so we can all hear it. Let's see. AOL dial. Wait a minute. What? AOL dial-up sound. Okay. Found it. So if you don't know, this might be a little reminiscent for you, but yes, the AOL dial-up sound. That is the AOL dial-up sound. If you haven't heard it in a while, that is it. And then I don't know who came up with that sound, but definitely sounded like something was definitely sounds like something ancient. But AOL, farewell AOL, you got us going, and now all these other people charge us $80 a month. Don't you wish y'all could do that? Man, I wish we can get some distance, still get that free internet, but not now. But we have the Wi-Fi. So now we have Wi-Fi, and some people say Wi-Fi. So we have the Wi-Fi now, and that has definitely been a major change. You can use internet anywhere you want now, because at one point you can only use internet at home. But now you can use it anywhere, which is amazing. Amazing. So amazing. So amazing. So, Anyway, thank you all for tuning back in. Too Cheap Not Broke. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Food challenge is still going on. Food challenge. I've been eating inside. I've been eating my meals inside. I've been had baked chicken. I've been baking some fish. Been cooking on the grill. So I'm still eating inside. The food challenge is still intact. So challenge yourself for the next 30 days, or at least to the end of the month, to eat inside. Eat at least one meal at home a day. One meal at home a day. Okay? I mean, all my meals at home today. Now, on the weekends, I'm not going to punish anybody, but let's just try it Monday through Friday. Try to eat at home. Take your lunch to work. If you work from home, eat your lunch at home. At home, don't go buy nothing, okay? The 30-day Eat at Home challenge is still in full swing. Please join. Join. All right, everybody. That's it. That's what we got. We got a show tonight. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope you all come back for our next show. Which will be Wednesday night for the Wednesday night rant. Yep, that's what we got going. The Wednesday night rant. So if you want to tune in for the Wednesday night rant, please do so. But in the meantime, when we get back, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please follow on all platforms. Please hit me up at cheapnotbroke on Gmail or Instagram. Holla at your boy. Love to hear from you. And please watch this video again to help get the views and likes up. All right. Thank you all. Wednesday. We're back with the Wednesday rant. Teslas, they're assholes. Stop shutting people down and making them pay for stuff that they don't need. All right. We'll be back Wednesday night. Take care.